figure it out. I told her where I was going for a reason. She's smart. She'll know something's up when I miss the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she figures out that something's gone wrong. And she'll come here looking for me. In the meantime, I should start rationing my food. I could be waiting for a while.
Crew recording terminated.
Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by. Currency transfer complete. Warning, electromagnetic surge detected. System failure imminent.
Ship's about to overload from the EM field. We need to run. There's no time. Sorry about the panic. It's time to panic, though.
Multiple voltages detected. Structural integrity failing. Immediate evacuation recommended.
already seen enough death for a lifetime. Guess it was too much to hope we'd all make it. If you don't mind, I need some time to think. Guess it was too much to hope we'd all make it. Thought I'd already seen enough death for a lifetime. Thought I'd already seen enough death for a lifetime. Vigilance indeed. So many of these fine folks joined SysDef due to tragic circumstances.
Good work, Shinya.
The fleet started this war. My God. Is that it? Is that Krix's legacy? Ensign, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you he wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Well, you came through.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received... Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson Fleet prepping defenses of its own.
Now get ready. I think Delgado already suspects what's happening.
That's the plan. Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining us.
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely approach the key. The catch is that the key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact...
Sadly, we didn't get as much support for this mission as I would have liked. There just wasn't enough evidence gathered.
We weren't able to convince MAS to lend us additional squadrons. They feel like they've committed too many resources already. That means we'll have to take out all 3 batteries ourselves.
It's unfortunate, yes. But we wouldn't be here if I didn't believe you could do it.
We've also given you a call sign.
Once those batteries are destroyed, you board the key and bring Delgado to justice. I knew we could count on you, well, all my hopes and my best wishes go with you.
Fleet scouts popped up right when you jumped in. The fleet have done a lot of harm.
Scouts are just the beginning.
dealing with your flagship as we speak. I wouldn't expect backup anytime soon. Gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the void. All right, fleet! Triple share to whoever takes the traitor down!
All ships, defensive formations. Let's end this!
Pine? You're picking a pine tree, right?
Coming through the depot!
Let's light them up!
just my luck to go out like this.
Tell us about Jasper Criggs's version of the Crimson Scar.
All I can tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power. People that followed my orders, and an endless stream
now,
of
what
credits.
was that about?
Gale, I have to tell you, I was having the time of my life.
So you consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
No. I consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
Yes, let's talk about that. It appears you weren't satisfied with terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space, on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
That's correct. Those idiots in charge of the United Colonies were clearly embarrassed that they had allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting wars.
Perhaps this was the first time you had finally reached too far.
You could say that. I count my time running the Crimson Scar as a learning experience. I wouldn't say I reached too far. I'd say I reached too fast. Didn't cover all my bases. Made some stupid mistakes. One thing's for certain, though. When I was finally arrested and thrown into the lock, I had plenty to think about.
This never gets over.
You did this to me. I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the slightest. And now because of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead. Forgive me if I don't take you at your word, since you've been lying to me from the very beginning. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than a few times. Look me in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me. You owe me that much. No, but had you given me warning, I could have started researching a way to escape this place. Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather spectacular end. So why don't you just get out of my sight and let me die in peace? After everything I just said, you'd still be willing to help me. I must be a complete fool. The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I sincerely hope this isn't another one of your tricks. The controls for the bomb are in the briefing room.
Your real name is Leonel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you?
About time you got up.
Ecliptic?
An
independent?
The rest.
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
Came back to finish the job first. Talk sense into me? You're the one who's lost their mind. What the hell happened to you? You had Crix's legacy in your... Yeah? And why the hell does Sistef get to determine what is right and what is wrong? You know, when we were on Suvorov,
I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? For once in your life, be honest with me. You don't even have the nerve to admit it. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have no intention of honoring our pact. I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me, and everyone near this station are going to be vaporized. Let's see how far that loyalty to system. And spend the rest of my life in the brig? Do you got enough time? And I suppose you want me... They might. If so... What good is my life? Sorry. Ikande must... A noble... Came back to finish them. Talk sense into me. What the hell? Yeah? You know. And now you settle for once in your... You don't even have... It is obvious. I have already... Let's see how... And spend the rest of... My story ends... Not everything has to... Fair point, Rook. Is that right, Rook? So you know it. See? I don't have to listen. Sorry, Rook. Ikande must... A noble... Came back to finish the job. Talk sense into me? What the hell? Looking out for number. You know. And now you for once in... You don't even... It is obvious. I have already... Let's see how... And spend the rest of... And I suppose you want... They might. If so... Sorry. Ikande must be a noble... Came back to finish the... Talk sense into me. What the hell? Looking out for number. You know. And now you suddenly, for once in your... Well... It is obvious. I have already... Let's see how... And spend the rest of my... Fair point, Rook. Fine. You win. Standing... Before you have Ikande lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting word, whether you know it or not. You're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell. Go! You've taken everything else from me. The least you could do is give me a moment of peace.
Didn't take long at all. Guess it was too much to hope we'd all make it.
holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
If you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to allow the UC to spin or bury the story, making it sound like they're in complete control of the situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, they aren't.
Why does the Crimson Fleet need to make this mysterious move that you're being so evasive about?
I know SysDef instructed you to draw this meeting out as long as possible. So let me sum this up. I intend to make sure that the Crimson Fleet becomes the United Colony's worst nightmare. And nothing, I mean nothing in this universe, will stop me from achieving that goal.
There are those that would disagree with you and claim this interview is grandstanding, or worse, a recruitment tool. After all, SSNN reaches every corner of the settled systems, and your aspirations could inspire the Directionalists to turn to the fleet.
You and the sheep that listen to your garbage can believe whatever the hell you want. If you were so worried about what I had to say, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be brought here.
Click. You got it.
Okay, hello.
Always fail. The brig's gonna be pretty crowded once we pack it full of stray fleet.
We did it.
A lot of them bolted once the vigilance showed up.
For our deal. You can tell your commander I will come peacefully.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactic Talk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Prince.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then Graf jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I'd call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
So are we to assume that you are taking the leap? That Jasper Crix is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gale. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
Great job. At ease, soldier. I believe congratulations are in order. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. I can understand that.
Honestly, I have no idea how you kept it all together.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a surprise. Something I've been working on for a while. I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation. Whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit.
We appreciate it. But if we did it for the credits, we probably wouldn't be talking right now.
Don't thank me yet.
Now that you're rich and famous, maybe you'll still remember us little people?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Excellent. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break. Wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.